Welcome back. I am joined by a very special guest this morning. I am here with Dobbs Bradford, the Executive Director of the Savannah Music Festival. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
It's a delight. Well, let's jump right into it. I
Yeah.
know this year has been really back bigger than ever, especially coming on the heels of COVID. I know last year was a little bit smaller as people were just getting back out there. What has it meant to see the community come out in full force?
Well, I have to say that, after last year, we were coming right off of the Omicron surge. We weren't even sure if we were going to be able to get last year's performances in, but we did with a sort of reduced festival. But this year, the festival is back full force, and in fact, we've been doing these outdoor shows at Trustees Garden that have been just really huge and really successful. So it's been wonderful. We've had capacity crowds, we've had sold-out shows, and we've had some of the best music you've ever heard. Some of the best music you've ever heard.
So exciting.
Yes.
And I know that there is another really exciting show coming up tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, yes. So tomorrow, and it looks like the weather's going to be perfect, we're going to have an afternoon and evening of funk, and it's going to be with a band called Galactic, which they're based out of New Orleans. And then we also have Corey Wong on that same bill, and Nate Smith and Kinfolk. And that's going to be outside of Trustees Garden, so you can bring your lawn chairs, you can sit out. We're going to have food trucks, we're going to have a family fun zone, so you can make the whole afternoon of it. And what a great way to spend a Sunday afternoon with some great music and beautiful weather.
Absolutely. And I mean, you mentioned it, it's really the perfect weekend, not only because of that, but also it's wrapping up on the 8th.
That's right. We only have one more week of the festival, and it's, I'll tell you what, I'm going to miss it so much once it's gone, because I've gotten to see so many great shows and discover new artists. And I think that's one of the great things about our festival is that we have a very eclectic mix. It's not just classical, it's not just jazz, it's not just Americana, it's everything. So we have some global artists coming in. We do have some excellent jazz artists in Kenny Barron, who is an NEA jazz master. He's going to be performing with Dave Holland. We also have Cecile McLaurin-Salvant, one of the best vocalists in the world out there. She's going to be next Saturday. And we have Regina Carter, who's a jazz violinist who's just been named an NEA Jazz Master. That's the highest award that the nation gives for jazz performance. And we're actually going to have a panel discussion after that, because the piece that she's going to be playing deals with neighborhoods that have been lost through urban renewal.
What does it mean to, have such incredible talent coming in and, being able to showcase this music, the meaning, and to bring people together to enjoy it?
I think bringing people together is really the most important thing, because nothing brings people together the way music does. If you could see all the people who came out to see the shows, you see the mixture of different people, old folks, young folks, black and white, all coming together to enjoy music together, you see that it really has power, and it has power to unite our community. And it brings people from outside of our community here to town. We have about 45% of the people who attend our concerts are coming from outside of Savannah. But we also want people in Savannah to know that this is their festival, and that we want them to feel invested and feel that it's a part of their community as well. That's one of the reasons why we started this year with something called the Explorer Pass, and that's where we're giving a free ticket to any of our general admission shows for any Savannah, Chatham County Public School student, and we also throw in a free ticket for an adult to bring them to the concert, because we want to make sure that the music is accessible to all those. And if some people, maybe price has been a barrier for them, we want to take that away so that people can really experience the power of live music.
Really is all about bringing the community together to enjoy this, and also it's very supportive of artists. I understand, you mentioned you do have such a wide variety of acts, and what does it mean to be able to highlight and support music as music lovers?
Well, there's so many artists out there that you'll have the bands that are touring with Live Nation, and they get an awful lot of airtime. Everything in the music industry has changed, and it's very difficult for artists to get recognition. But we present the top artists in every genre, and some genres a lot of folks in Savannah may not have heard before. We've had some excellent. We have a great show coming up with Boseko Kuyate, who's an African artist who plays on an instrument called the ngone. They say that he's the Jimi Hendrix of the ngone. And where else are you going to be able to hear music like that in Savannah? We're going to be able to curate to bring it to you, and everything that we play, everything that we program is going to be at the top of the game. So people are listening to jazz, they're listening to classical music. We're bringing the best of the best here to our community.
Absolutely. And so, as the festival wraps up this year, we've got, a week left, like you said, still so much excitement.
So much.
Not over just yet, but, what is the excitement like, seeing this continue to flourish, especially after COVID, knowing that you're going to come back next year stronger than ever?
Well, it's just really encouraging to see so many sold out shows. It's encouraging to see capacity crowds. And it shows us that the people of Savannah are really starting to embrace the festival once again. They're glad it's back. We're glad to be presenting this music. I'm going to be really disappointed when the festival's over because I've enjoyed it so much, although I think I'm going to probably fall asleep for a couple days. But it's just been a wonderful opportunity. And to see people, as I say, to see people coming together is really what it's all about.
Absolutely. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to add or that you'd like folks to know?
All I'm going to say is we have, with all the shows, the more music you get to hear, the better you're going to feel. So buy in bulk, get as many tickets as you can, and try something new. Try something you haven't heard of before, because even last year, I discovered some of my new favorite artists, and a band that in a genre that I didn't have any idea that it existed. All of a sudden now it's my new favorite band, and that's the thing. That's the fun part to discover. So try something new.
Oh, it's exciting, and thank you so much for being here with us this morning.
That's really my pleasure. Thank you so much for having me.